Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. The Serbs, Kosovo, and the Serbs. We will not have peace over there, or at least what these guys are trying to call it. Unless you either somehow make the Serbs disappear, or make the the Albanians disappear from Kosovo, or I don't know, United States is gone, or maybe you and your mass media and schools and traitors changed Serbian generations mentality for about 3 or 4 generations, and then they will become immune to whatever happens in Kosovo. Otherwise, you are going to have a problem over there. And believe me, and if you don't believe me, I hope you have entertain the same thoughts that Serbia is going to wait for an opportunity. When that opportunity will gonna show up, they will jump on it all the way. And I can't blame them, because I can put myself in other countries' shoes and look at certain things in certain kind of ways, like Poland, for instance, with Ukraine, with western territories of Ukraine. I can look at, for instance, at Hungary with Transcarpathia territory that now is in Ukraine, or Hungary with part of Transylvania, Romania with parts of Bessarabia and Bukovina, again taken and given to Ukraine. And there's many other countries on this planet and in Europe that have problems of this kind, where they think that historical territories were taken from their possession and given to others. And by the number of minorities living in those territories, you realize that it's so. Just look at Hungarians, for instance, living in, I would say, I will avoid Transylvania for obvious reasons. I will use Transcarpathia for obvious reasons, which Transcarpathia is in Ukraine. Or I will use Romania and Bessarabia and Bukovina, which are parts of them are in Ukraine. And big chunk is out of its territory. So let's see what's going on here with Kosovo. And Kosovo and the Serbs. This article comes from Reuters. It is from today, March 5th, 2023. Serbian nationalists march in protest against Kosovo talks. They can't just be regular Serbians. They have to be only nationalists. It's such a weasel way of putting things in writing here. But anyway, maybe they're just a few bunch of nationalists, and which I guarantee you in many quarters has a very bad connotation. Now here are some of them with, seems like they're Christians, aren't they? Yes, they are. All right, Belgrade. Hundreds of Serb nationalists and Orthodox Christians marched in Belgrade on Sunday to protest against a Western plan, because the West is dictating what you do in your country, aimed at mending ties between Serbia and its former province Kosovo. Why do they need to mend it? Oh, because Kosovo is not part of Serbia. Ah, okay, why is that? Because these guys had a plan. They had a plan before, and then we got to Serbia and Kosovo, and now they have another plan. It's all according to their plan. What about these guys' plan? Anyway, many Serbs view Kosovo, home to the Serbian Orthodox faith's main churches and monasteries, as the heartland of the Serb nation. Serbian nationalists, again, who also want closer ties with Russia, Serbia's longtime ally. Well, longtime ally. Again, these guys are making it like they were friends forever, which is not true whatsoever. You just mention Tito and you find out how friends they were for right? They've been, after they've been, how should I put it, pumped by the NATO in 1999 and a little bit before that, then they said, you know what? We have no illusions about the West. All right? And said, that's it. We got burned with these guys who profess one thing and they do the opposite. All right, so Serbian nationalists, so who also want closer ties with Russia, Serbia's longtime ally, criticized President Aleksandar Vučić for his role in talks over Western-backed deal with Kosovo. And what happened? He was a little bit of a weasel. I gotta tell you this, and I didn't like that a bit. He before he went and he talked, he told the Serbs, he told them, hey, you know what? These guys in European Union, they threaten us economically. They will pull out their investments, their companies, and we're going to be doomed economically. We're going to be back into the caves and the woods like our ancestors a long time ago, and we can't do this. What happened? Well, I guess he escaped a little ruffled up time in the parliament. And then he came back and said, well, as long as I'm president, I will never accept Kosovo's independence and blah, blah, blah. A little bit too late. Your little bird got out of your mouth, Vučić. And I, not that they care, I'm watching you closer now. Because up till you came like a weasel, I think, and you said, maybe... you know, these guys told us that we're going to be doomed. What should we do? And then in the parliament, the nationalists create a little bit of a scuffle. He said, oh, jeez, it's not the time. Hey, mass media. Hey, education. We need about 3 or 4 generations. Oh, okay, so it's about 100 years. It's a long time, man. Anyway, and then he came and said, you know what, I will not do this. We're not gonna. Vučić, I didn't like that one. But hey, you know more than I do about the issue, so you know how the wind blows. I don't really. On February 27th, Vučić and Kosovo's Prime Minister Albin Kurti tentatively agreed to the deal about normalization of relations, but did not sign it. Yeah. February 27. And again, the people of Serbia, which soiled this land with blood, will not give away Serbia and Kosovo because Kosovo is sacred, end quote, said Zorica Macic from Belgrade as he walked with other marchers. The Serbian Orthodox Church organized its own prayers for Kosovo, set to last until Easter, but did not endorse the march and its clergy did not participate. On Friday, the Serbian Orthodox Church Patriarch Porfirje said in a sermon, and I'm quoting, no one should teach the church what is Kosovo. Liberating Kosovo with words is easy, end quote. Kosovo, which has an ethnic Albanian majority, declared independence in 2008. No, full stop. I know in the United States there are states and areas, cities, areas in the United States that have a majority of certain kind of ethnicity. Does that mean that this applies to them? Does this apply to them? And if not, why not? Okay, got it. So, almost a decade after a war that brought an end to Serbian rule, but Serbia still regards Kosovo as its territory, and flare-ups of violence have stoked fears of a return to conflict. More talks are needed on the implementation of the pact, and the two leaders will meet again under EU auspices in North Macedonia, lakeside city of Ohrid on March 18. Yeah, okay, and what do you expect? If what's his name, Vučić, agrees to anything remotely resembling a step towards recognizing that country, he can't return to Serbia. I almost guarantee you he can't return. He won't return. Or if he's going to be returned, he's going to be meeting Jesus pretty soon. So I'm not a Serb, but I put myself in their shoes. I put myself in the Albanian shoes as well. And I tell you what, imagine the Albanians, having something like this done to them. Would they be okay with that? I guarantee you they won't. And, you have to look at the historical events and so on. Take the Albanians, take the Serbs, take the wars, take the culture, the traditions. But anyway, the unfortunate thing is that diversity did not work in Yugoslavia for whatever reason. And you know what the answer is? I think the answer is because the Serbs are bad people. I think that's the answer. I mean, these guys are telling us this. These guys are telling us here in the United States of America that diversity is our strength. But somehow it didn't work out in Yugoslavia, which was a multi-ethnic conglomerate formed to put together after the First World War, right? Somehow something happened. What? They didn't like one another? Oh, it's a special case? Okay, well, let's move then to Czechoslovakia. Again, another country put together. And they have only two ethnicities. And the first opportunity they had to separate, they did it. So again, those guys must be very weak because they don't have diversity. The problem is right now, all these countries, Czech Republic, Slovakia, they accept migrants immigrants from other countries, refugees. So it seems like they didn't like the diversity of Czechs and the Slovaks, but they like other kind of diversity from other continents for whatever reason. Isn't that strange? Isn't that strange? Because when they separated after the fall of the communist bloc, they separated willingly. Say, no, we are these guys, we are Czechs, okay, we are Slovaks, all right, thank you very much, you take this, I take this, civilized, and so on. And now they want immigration in, they take immigrants, whatever those you want to call them, okay, because they're not immigrants, they say, hey, can I come in? No. Oh my God, then you go Ursula Anders, or whatever, comes von der Leyen, calling you and withholding money from you, not going to give you money until you accept whomever she wants you to accept. I mean, be real. And it's just two examples. I can give you more than that. So the thing with the diversity. I'm okay with diversity, but to tell me diversity is our strength, cannot be. Look at Kosovo. That's a good example. Look, Kosovo and the Albanians and the Serbs on the same territory. Look at the Serbs and the Bosniaks or the Croatians. And over there, wherever you have a little enclave or something, that's not okay. They don't like diversity over there somehow. They must be weak. If we use the imbecility of these guys' ideology of craziness. But it's okay. What's going to happen in this country? That's what's going to happen. Because I can't believe that some elites will not at one point say, you know what, really I have in this life more than money and status. I probably have something like, I don't know, other values that are inside of you. You know what I mean? So go ahead, Serbia, don't get rid of your national identity. Don't get rid of your soul. Don't be like others. I think you're an example for many on this planet. A good example, and a bad one for others, obviously. So good luck. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.